Hey folks, how you doing? Bronx Paladin here from the Universal Order Show. Glad to have you with us. Today we have the honor and the privilege to interview someone from another guild. Definitely a rare treat, and I hope the trend continues. We will be talking with Dreadfang, a raid leader of the Dark Clan of Fenris. We'll learn about his past, his playtime, what he likes to do, and in honor of Wezen, we will, if I'm saying that right, will apparently be talking about some fun things that I saw on the Discord. So look forward to it. I hope you all have fun. Be ready with your questions at the end. We'll read them out and we'll go from there. So, without further ado, let us introduce the man of the hour, Mr. Dreadfang. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? Doing well.
All right. Let me make sure I got you here. Yep, there you are. Okay, so Dreadfang has opted not to use his camera, mostly because he doesn't want Wezen to be erect for the entire show.
True.
So, we gotta just keep it nice and clean, family friendly. Yeah, right. So, thank you so much for coming to the show. And to any of the Dark Clan of Fenris people out there, you did it. You beat Sylvanas. We're all happy for you. We're all
Fuck yeah.
proud. You did it, and I look forward to getting into that as well. Your time as raid leader, your time just planning for that kill, some weird thoughts to share about that as well. But as always, we start at the beginning. So, Mr. Dreadfang, where does the name come from?
The name comes from me in Cataclysm race changing my Tauren and trying to think of a cool name. And I liked Sarfang, that character. And
Okay.
I thought, well, Sarfang? Eh, Dread? Dreadfang? That's it.
Yeah, there you go. And how long have you been playing?
I've been playing since 2007, January 2007. I was 9 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is quite a long time. And obviously, Death Knights were not around at the beginning, so what were you playing originally?
I played a hunter. I was the definition of a huntard. I was all the memes that you can think of a hunter, like, oh, it's hunter loot. That was me. I needed on the strength pole arms because they look cool, you know?
So you played in the basic game and just everything was hunter weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, thankfully they kind of figured things out as time went on, but yeah, it was funny having a hunter take everything.
Yeah.
So
Away from me.
it it shows here that the first guild that you were a part of, or at least recorded, is Endurance. Do you remember them at all?
So wow, that was back in Cataclysm for this character. This character was actually in Thunder of Clan, when he was a Tauren, and then in Cataclysm it was the Endurance, and that was Ina's guild, who was yeah, in Darkland now,
Okay.
and that dissolved because of a merger or something. Yeah,
Apparently, there's been quite a bit of that going on.
that was a
So,
long.
back when you were a hunter, have you always been in the VentureCo server?
Yeah, I've always been on Vika. Technically, my
Okay.
first character was on Alexstrasza.
Okay.
It's like a level 4 druid that I still have, but since I made my first character on Vika, I've been here since.
Okay. And how did it make you feel back in the day when people were more reliant on server communities, before the mergers and everything happened? Did you feel like you got a sense of, okay, yeah, these are good people, these people can go fuck themselves, etc.?
I mean, I like the community. There was quite a bit of drama back in the day, and I think that drama kind of drove the drove the knife through the heart of the server and kind of killed it. Uh, there's some real bad people back in the day.
Yeah, every server has it. I believe Ravenholt's quote unquote clown was somebody named Kefka, wherever he is these days. And aside from that, Hades would like an autograph.
Oh, an autograph? Yeah, sure, dude.
So server mergers happened,
Mhm,
and before this expansion, there were three servers: Maelstrom, VentureCo, and I believe Lightning Hoof.
mhm.
Did did the mergers allow you to connect with more like-minded individuals? You make good friends because of the server merges, or did you feel like the best was from where you came from?
I mean, it was mostly still Vico, especially when the server mergers first happened. But then
Mm-hmm.
like later on, even before like the second set of merges, like we have a lot of guildies from Maelstrom and Lightning Hoof that are like fucking primo, top tier, and
As was
yeah,
proven recently.
yeah,
So when in your career, and by that I mean your playtime,
yeah.
did you realize that you wanted to be a raid leader, or was it something that was thrust upon you?
I decided it kind of casually. Uh, and the beginning of BFA, I was like, oh yeah, I'll raid lead because I figured out in Legion, while one of our other officers was raid leading, that calling mechanics isn't too hard. I'm pretty decent at this, and then it all kind of it kind of got out of hand, and I guess I'm still doing it.
How how long have you been raid leading with the Dark Clan?
Since the
It
beginning of
wasn't.
BFA.
Thank you. How you doing? Since the beginning of BFA, you said.
Yeah,
Okay. And how do you find these people easy to work with, or do you have a couple of troublemakers that you have to get in line?
there's always a couple of troublemakers. Everyone moves at their own pace in terms of like learning mechanics or like doing that sort of thing, and there's always going to be like someone who's a little further behind than everyone else. But I mean, patience is patience.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see what we got here. Uh, if I'm saying this right, Amarasi, do you regret raid leading?
Do I regret raid leading? I enjoy calling mechanics, but I do not like organizing like the groups and like dealing with people whispering in my ear like, "Hey, kick this person." It's like, well, I don't have the heart for that.
Are you
I'm
talking? Are you referring
pretty
to
weak-willed.
the making of the group or organizing them for, let's say, okay, I want this group going down in the Kel'Thuzad encounter?
The making of the group. I'm fine with
Okay.
like the organizing. Like at the beginning of Shadowlands, we had what was it like 45 or 50 people
Mm-hmm.
uh, showing up for the first raid, and like the first Nathria raid, and
Okay.
I could not deal with that. I made like mistakes, and it was very stressful for me, and I did not enjoy it. And then on top of that, like obviously a mythic roster, um, that requires 20 flat people, and I don't like making those decisions.
I don't
So I
blame
try to put that on other people, like Nilly.
you. Who is now the impromptu raid leader in
Hmm.
your absence?
Yep, yep.
And did that happen in Nathria as well? Did you hand the
Uh,
reins over?
yeah, in Nathria at the end of it, we merged with Ozymandias, and we had a few extra um, raid lead officers that kind of took their shot at it, and we got some good Nathria mythic progression, but then that kind of stopped happening. And now whenever I need someone to organize a difficult decision, I annoy Nilly.
There you go. And he, shout out to Nilly from Darkland, has been doing good with organizing people for the Mythic team in for the current raid. I
Nice.
don't know how much of that he's shouldering on himself or if he's conferring with the current guild leader, Zethlar.
Um,
So,
yeah,
yes, Chet would like to point out that Terragru was 18 manned, which was rather comical. Who
we
was
did.
the Death Knight? Not the Death Knight. Sorry, the Demon Hunter that had like one pull and then was offline for the rest of the night.
That was Ezekiel, wasn't it?
Sounds about right. Yeah, we.
Something about a water bell.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Porkris would like to know how much gold have you lost gambling while raiding?
Oh, Fro would know. It was something. It's too much gold. It's several hundred thousand. I was the cash cow for everyone. I just redistributed my gold just
I'm
by
sure the
being
people
very
appreciate
unlucky.
it.
Oh yeah,
There
absolutely.
you go. So I definitely want to go deeper into the Darkland Alliance that you have going on here, but just a very quick rewind. It seems like you had uh, dealings with several guilds in the past. Like I said, starting at least on this character, starting with Endurance, then Gladius Animus, Contract Killer,
Contract
Ductus
killer was yeah.
Exemplo, and
Ductus.
finally
Yep.
the Darkland.
I could go down the list there if you want.
Sure. What made you go to each one? Oh, like what wasn't
So
working that was like, okay, I gotta get out of here.
Gladius Animus was just when I was still frequenting Thunder of Clan, and this character wasn't a Tauren, so he couldn't be in Thunder of Clan. So it was
So you had
just
a
a
role
temple.
playing guild on the server.
Yeah,
All right.
I was big into Thunder of Clan from BC to Mists, and that's when I kind of stepped out.
Making
Uh,
money.
and that main step out was because I found the guild Contract Killers, which was a very cool guild.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's where I met Crunkinus, one of our officers. Doesn't really play WoW anymore, but and then that dissolved because the first raid leader uh, left to go play ESO and left the reins to another guild leader who then stole half the guild bank gold and server transferred.
Oh,
So
such
that
a fine
died.
gentleman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super cool. And then me and Crunk tried to make a guild called Ductus Exempla to try to keep the community of contract killers alive. But
Mm-hmm.
then not enough people stayed around after the guild died. And we
Okay.
were pretty bad about recruiting. And after that, at the beginning of WAD, we both joined Darkline.
So Ductus was your creation?
Yeah, it was my own guild. Only lasted about 4 months.
At least you made an effort.
Yep, I tried.
So what made you decide to go with the Darkland?
I think Crunk found them and then joined without asking me, and I was like, okay, I guess that's fine.
Eh?
I also like knew some of the people around, like Death Berserk when he was still around. I was pretty tight with him and Mop. Um, he's not around anymore. Uh, I knew like Visa from like outside the Shrine and Mists,
Okay.
so it was pretty good fit. They're also like good PvP people, and I was a PvP head.
So you've been with the Darkland for about 6 years, it looks like. Thank you, Jen. How you
Yeah,
doing?
since
So
beginning of
that would
WoD, so
Tool as
2014.
Jenner. Hmm.
Yeah,
And when did you rise up, so to speak, to be the raid leader?
in BFA.
And your first raid was it the opening raid?
Yeah, it was old year.
Okay.
I was not the most hopeful person. Every time we got to a new boss, I would say like, "This one's gonna kill us," but then people exceeded my expectations.
Yeah,
I'm camping the AGCs.
you have a great group of people there in the Darkland.
Yeah, they're sick. Very good players.
Especially Wesin. Is he here in chat? We gotta have Wesin in chat.
Wasn't
Wait,
a big bumper.
I want some of his sick questions. He's what?
He's a big pumper. He does a lot of damage.
Yeah. So currently in the Sanctum of Domination, your guild has triumphed and defeated Sylvanas. Once again, big shout out and congratulations to the Dark Clan.
Thank you.
So that was incredible. How did you feel like you had a different approach, or rather a stronger approach to this raid than you did in Nathria? Thank you, Mom. How you doing?
Seemed about the same, I think. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think after our mythic progression in 9.0 in Nathria, I think we just as a group improved a lot. But then you go into Sanctum of Domination, Sylvanas is like significantly harder than Denathrius was, right? So I don't know. It's
I don't know
I think
how
we got better,
long it
but
took.
it got harder.
Right. Yeah, I think your team definitely got stronger. I mean, obviously, I am not comfortable with the first raid of an expansion being that difficult. And I know it makes me sound like a lesser raider or something, but it to me, Emerald Nightmare was perfect. This is the first raid when people are learning the expansion's mechanics, so to speak, the gearing, the grind, and all that. It's like, okay, here's an easy raid. Go practice, have fun, whatever. Any idiot can clear Mythic, more or less. Thank you, Marsai. How you doing? Hopefully, I'm staying that right. So, I don't know. The Castle Nathria was kind of a letdown for me. Fun. Denathrius' dialogue was absolutely amazing and
Definitely a
definitely kept
good
me going.
character.
Yeah, and hopefully they make him just as suave later on, because of course he's gonna come back. So here is a weird question for you. Now, mythic people, the actual mythic people that go all the way and everything, they'll probably think this is silly. But on a server like ours, it feels as if the end boss of heroic is our version of like the mythic world first race.
Yeah,
And boom, you guys won
we
the
got
race
healthy
without
competition
knowing
here.
that you were in a race. You know, we weren't all like we were trying, but
Just
we weren't. It wasn't like.
kind of new, right?
So, how does do you agree with that sentiment on a server like this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's like a lot of healthy competition for AOTC.
Well,
Um, we
like,
definitely like keep track of like our progress versus other guilds' progresses when
hmm
we're doing heroic, and we definitely try. We try our hardest when we know someone's on our tails.
yeah, you definitely pumped it out. Leagues ahead of us. Having all the buffs definitely helped. We are crippled by the fact that we don't have a mage, we don't have a warrior, and we only just recently got a monk to return who primarily played warlocks. So we're lucky to have even had that. So
Yeah.
mages, warriors, we need you. Please help.
when when we're missing our local warlock, it's a definitely gets a lot harder.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Amber, how you doing? So it's done. You've taken a back seat, at least for now,
Mhm.
and you are awaiting the opening of the new world.
Yeah.
Gladius. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Thank you, and how you doing? So how has the beta of that been?
The world seems very promising. It's a little more simple in terms of like you don't have like 1,000 buttons like you do in
Mm-hmm.
WoW, but it's a refresh fresh breath of air for in terms of like crafting, in terms of exploration. There's no mounts in that game yet. The action combat very fun. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Hey, native reject, how you doing?
420
Do
blades,
you?
a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. So, do you feel? Do you often take a break after a raid like this?
It depends on if there's something else to catch my interest or if I'm particularly burnt out the game. Uh, like at the end of uh Desaralor, I played a lot of Guild Wars. I'm playing a lot of Guild Wars now. At
Okay.
the end of Eternal Palace, I stopped for Classic because that's when Classic came out.
Okay.
Yeah, it all depends on the situation, right?
Yeah. And hey, first of all, thank you. And now you're doing a muffler. Apparently, he wants you to PvP more.
Muffler
Mm-hmm.
is a baddie and needs to speak more in RPGs. Okay.
Well, there you
Got
go. Come up with a good question to fire back at a muffler. So, hey, we might as well take a break for that. Anybody watching would like to know something juicy about our guest, Dreadfang. And while
Oh,
we
they're gonna troll me so fucking hard. God damn it.
they got good people. And while we're waiting on them to type it out, to anybody watching, the Dark Clan of Fenris is the top guild on the merge servers of the Maelstrom, VentureCo, Lightning Hoof, Ravenholdt, and Twisting Nether. They were the first to defeat Sylvanas. There are currently, if I recall correctly, 3 other guilds, ours included, that are licking her boots. So hopefully one of us will soon rise up and say no.
The real question is, why did they design a 15-minute fight? Awful.
Yeah, that is kind of a tough one. I mean, I don't mind an end boss having 20,000 mechanics because it's the last boss. I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you have to wait 15 minutes to progress, that it is soul crushing. Thankfully, you guys pulled through, but I can see a lot of people just quitting after that. And thank you, Coconut. How you doing? Oh, here we
Like,
go. So, Erdnasty would like to say, how are you going to celebrate your 18th birthday?
I would answer that by saying, fuck you, Nelly. I'm 16. Just kidding. Or am I 14? Am I 30? I don't know. How old am I at this point?
That would be a good question. So, while you ponder that, Zethlar, the awesomeness that is the leader of Dark Clan of Fenris, would like to know who your favorite guild leader is and why is it Zethlar?
Who is my favorite guild leader? That's a good question. I'm thinking, Allures Ball.
I thought you were going to say the leader of Ductus.
Oh yeah, leader ducks something me.
What do we else we got here? Crunkness would like to know, what are your kinks and do you like ladybugs?
What are my kinks? Ah, fuck. Wasn't there a... I'm trying to... I know there's a fucking meme. I wanted to reference a meme.
Apparently something to
think of
do
any
with
kink meme.
ladybugs.
Oh, right. Ladybugs. Yeah. Fun fact about that. This motherfucker's been trying to send me ladybugs to my home address. And I have been working very hard to keep that address away from them.
Smart move. What else we got here? Do you sexually identify as a cat?
That's what my officer note has been since I joined this fucking guild. Thanks to Cronkus.
Apparently Erdnasty knows a deep secret of yours that you like furries.
Oh, fuck. Allegedly.
That's right, we have a few of those in our guild too. You know, no shame.
The longest running meme in the guild for me. Said I'm a furry. Not true, by the way.
So it's definitely nice to see support and love. Obviously, you've made a very good impact since joining. They respect you. Hopefully, it continues. Hopefully, the success of the guild continues.
Respect me to some extent.
For Diggler would like to know if you can repair his gear.
Not since Shadowlands
The hot goss, okay. Krungus would like to ask you about your YouTube videos about yourself and get the hot goss.
There's only a single YouTube video of me on the internet, and it's private, and it's of me putting Sour Patch Kid in my nose when I was 14.
That bored, huh?
Yeah. I think I was challenged by a friend to do something stupid with Halloween candy.
Hopefully you get a good payout for that.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, well.
I think I saw him eat a glass full of Skittles.
Oh boy. Yeah, I've definitely moved away from those things. Make your teeth fall out. What are your plans to realize CE this tier? I assume that means cutting it. I believe that would more fall in line with Nilly now, since you left in the reins.
Is Nilly, by the way.
Oh, he is? Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Nilly, how you doing?
He's a dickhead.
Oh, it's funny. Something we were talking about off camera. Crunkness, when are you going to play Frost? And off camera, while we were waiting to start the show, We were talking about Unholy being his thing.
Yeah, I hate Frost with a burning passion. It's the whack-a-mole spec. It's the worst spec in the entire game, and I refuse to play it.
There you go. Frost is superior. Apparently,
He
Crunkness.
can say Frost is superior. One, he doesn't play DK, and two, he doesn't play WoW. So Frost
It
Gauntlet maybe Crunk.
it would be a little hard to compete with you if they're not here. So, while we give them a minute to see if there's any last minute questions, your raiding career has obviously been very good, as we've seen the proof of. Have you gone far in the PvP scene? Like, have you gone 2000s in raiding every season or anything like that?
So every season, me and Zeth just get 2102s pretty quickly, like first or second week. Um, and then we could just kind of stop there. We don't really push for super high aspirations. I've in the past definitely wanted to push a lot harder in threes. Um, but getting my partner Zeth to push very high in threes is like pulling teeth.
Have you tried Raid of Battlegrounds?
Yeah, we do RPGs as a guild, or
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I think Muffler's mostly doing that right now. Um, we got this expansion in 9.0 to 2K as a guild, and then we kind of fell off from there. That
Very
was Crunk's
impressive.
job when he was still playing
Okay.
RPG leader.
A Frost DK apparently says F you too. Going to
Wait,
assume it was him that. I'm assuming he name changed just to say that for you.
oh, naturally.
Well, welcome to the show, West Druid. Though you are late for the beginning, if you have any questions for our guest of honor, by all means. Let's see. Uh, Nilly says we had a Pally leading the RBGs, but he blew.
True, Crunkness. Or Holy Spec, I should say. Trash. I heard he used a strength weapon for like an entire tier.
Wait, as a healer?
Yeah.
Oops. Ah, apparently, West is saying 2100. If so, absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I
we helped him get 2100 back into BFA, back when it was a bit easier.
okay. I tried very hard to stay in the PvP scene since Legion. I did half of the seasons for just Raid of Battlegrounds in
Mhm.
Legion, BFA, but Shadowlands, once Shadowlands came, I was so burnt out. I just have zero interest in it anymore. How do you feel the scene is like with all the Covenant mixtures? And do you also think the game is going to get out of control once people can freely, without waiting, be able to just switch Covenants on a whim?
I don't think the swapping covenants is going to be an issue. I think it's actually probably more healthy for the game because people can experiment and find new metas and stuff. That being said, right now in the game, the balance is kind of whack. There are prop paladins everywhere. I don't enjoy prop paladins. No offense.
Not taken.
They're like a healer that can heal for no mana and have multiple proc divine shields and immunities to give people. Not very fun.
Just a little bit on the annoying side, yes. So going forward, oh, actually no, going backwards a little bit, your guild had absorbed the players of Ozymandias, if I'm saying that correct.
Hmm.
Have they been active since the merger?
Yeah, we got plenty of active people from the Aussie Emerge. There's some really good players. Very fun people too. Very
And
glad they're with us.
with with the merger going on, was there not enough people with interest to carry on for Mythic, or is the guild like us, where it's like, oh, we got ahead of the curve, peace out?
So yeah, the Aussie merge happened because of an aspiration of Nilly and previous officer Hardcore Cow. They merged, or they got dealings with Aussie to merge for a Mythic roster, and that's how we got
Nope.
our progress in Nathria. She got kicked.
I forgot to move. I always forget to move. I'm just into the conversation. Load, you bastard. So Ozzy carries DCOF and TBH.
They definitely have some very good players.
Hades says you stole him off of the Thrall Realm, but
That
hasn't run many 20s with him.
that
How
all
dare you?
all realm, okay? And I will not be shamed in doing Mythic Plus.
Well, him, assuming that's Persephone, and
Mhm.
Nilly have been absolutely destroying the keys.
They
So,
are
props
fucking
to you too.
insane.
Definitely, it's absolutely amazing. I'm personally going for 20s just for the teleport. Like, I'm not even going
Yeah.
for points. I mean, points come from it, but once I get 20s for all 8 teleports, I'm done. I mean, I'll still help people, but I
Mhm.
don't really care to push higher than that. These guys, I mean, I think I've saw 21s on both of them the other day. It's like, oof, wow.
Yeah, they're crazy. Nearly, what
Yeah.
are you? Where are you in the world on Blood DKs? Weren't you pretty high up there?
Apparently he wants to run a key with you on his birthday. Oh,
Yeah, so he mentions that because I did keys with Javi on his birthday, and now he claims that every day is his birthday.
just a little bit needy, huh?
Just a little bit.
And Persephone is pushing 22s. Awesome job.
Yeah,
Represent those paladins better
absolute
than I
pleasure.
can. Like, I'm a quitter. So give me my 20s and that's it. I quit. Alright, so this has been absolutely incredible to learn about you.
Yeah.
The cooperation effort that we have going on, I hope continues because there's a phenomenal group of people here. The last time we tried a cooperative with another guild, it definitely fell through the cracks really quick. There was no seeing eye to eye on things, or the other team just like quit. And
Mhm.
the leader, I don't know what happened to everybody, but the leader of that guild had server transferred because
Rip.
we didn't get another Denathrius kill with them, even though we got a Denathrius kill for one of their druids. That was just like, yeah, here, come get a Denathrius kill, boom, whatever. What we got here? Apparently, Wester Druid is curious about something called Oliver.
That's my cat,
You have a kitty.
and he yells at me, and I yell at him.
I
He's not even
bet they
here with
do.
me right now, though.
Yeah, for this interview, I have to close the doors, lock them, because my 5-year-old runs around. At the beginning of the interview, I'm sure you heard the knocks. She's trying to get in here, but go away. What do we got here? Alexi wants to know, why have we not gotten pictures of the cat? Because he
I've
doesn't know
posted
you.
pictures of him before.
So apparently
Look for
our
it.
guild shaman is gonna have to eventually join the Discord so she can see these kitty pictures.
He's a little
So,
tuxedo cat. Or I say little, he's massive.
oh, very nice. I used to have a tabby, an orange, and yeah, I definitely want another one. I miss my dude.
Oh.
So, everyone, I appreciate everyone's time and interest. I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun with your guild raid leader. And hopefully the next raid comes out within the next 10 years so that we're all still around to play and care. And we'll see how well you all succeed. So, thank you very dearly for this time, Dreadfang.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Hmm. So, all the people of Darkland Fenris, thank you for your time. I really hope our, a little cooperation here can keep going because you're good people and we'd like to still play with you. So, I am the Bronx Paladin of the Universal Order Show. This has been Dreadfang, raid leader of the Dark Clan of Fenris. Next is someone else's turn. Please come. And that is definitely the end, as you can hear. Thank you for your time. Until the next time.